Hello friends, I am Andrea Lake and today I am going to walk you through the process of putting together a 12 by 12 layout using some of the products from the brand new release for January from Catherine Puller Designs. I'll be using some dies. I also have the Your Sweet collection, the 12 by 12 paper collection from last year, but I just thought it was perfect to go with what I wanted to do. One more thing, I have also one more video. It will be a short, so you'll find that one on the shorts section with showing you just the flip through of a little project that I made using the brand new cardstocks from Catherine Puller. So without further ado, let's go and watch that video. As I mentioned, I am using the Your Sweet collection by Catherine Puller. And that is what I have for that 12 by 12 piece for the background. And then that lined paper, the pattern, that is also from the collection. The white cardstock is a color vibe piece from Simple Stories. I just wanted some of the visual texture that I could get from that. And then I'm going to be adding machine stitching details around the edges of that full piece. And then I'm going to start putting together, you can see on the left, I have separate all of the pieces for what it's going to be a gumball machine, a big one that is going to go on the left side of this page. So these came from, I just recreated it from one of the patterns from one of the papers, and I'll show you later which one that is. And it was super fun to put that together. I did use the Rocking Red cardstock from the Party collection, the brand new cardstock sets from Catherine Puller. And then the smaller pieces, the gray pieces and the black, I put together using regular white cardstock, yes, and some of the inks. That's one of the things that I love about these inks, is that I can create my own cardstock by applying the ink pad directly onto the cardstock. So I did use, and I'm going to list them in the description box below so you have them, the Midnight ink, the Hoodie, and Black Jack. So the Hoodie will be the lighter gray, and then Black Jack is the darker one. The tiny pieces, the one that I am adhering right now at the top of that gumball machine, and the one that I'm going to be adding along the base of it, those are also from the Catherine Puller cardstock, and that is the cotton candy one. I am almost sure that that's the one it is. So I am using my liquid glue to get all the pieces together. It took some time. The base of the circle piece of it, that piece of cardstock, you can use any cardstock. I just couldn't get the perfect color from the ones that I had, and that one was a very neutral color and easy to then come and add all of the embellishments we're going to add on top. I'm using just regular Scotch tape to keep those pieces together, and this one is almost done. Now I just need to add this piece at the bottom. And again, it was super fun. Super fun to put together. I don't usually do this. I either play and create backgrounds just with, let's say, squares or different patterns, and I use pattern paper to create those backgrounds and layers. But I just saw I just saw this design on the papers, and I just knew that I wanted to put together a big one. And I had also received the cardstock and wanted to, of course, play with the inks as usual. So This one's almost done. I'm adding foam adhesive and some liquid glue to adhere the final pieces that go at the bottom. And then the embellishments that are going to go inside that illusion of ball is those will be fussy cut from the different papers. So there will be some strawberries and there'll be some hearts, and we're gonna finish it with some enamel dots. Okay, we're almost done. Adding the final two pieces. Once again, this was super fun. So the way I did it, or to make it easier for me, I just took a photo of the design and then I um just made it bigger and printed it in a regular piece of um a copy paper, and then I just cut the pieces so and traced them onto the cardstock pieces that I wanted to use. Okay, one more. And then I believe we will be ready to start putting all of the pieces directly now onto our background. That is what that's what we're replicating. Now, for the title, I am using the phrase that is the scripted sentiments trio word dice from the January release. I am using the thanks. So it comes with three words. You have the thanks, you have hello, and congrats. I believe it's the other one. And I am using the rocking red cardstock for that. So I am going to die cut the same word. I die cut it 4 times, but I am only going to use 3 of those. So you'll see me die cutting that, and then I'll come with my liquid glue and layered one on top of the other 3 times just so I can get a very thick title. The other thing is I love that it was the same red that I use for the gumball, and I will also use it on a couple of tabs. I did use the tabs from the Flip a Color metal dies. And you'll see how that worked out. So now I come with my glue gun and I am adding just a little bit of glue so I'm able to layer those and adhere it right on top of each other and they'll stay put. Okay, one thing you can do if you decide to layer them this way is you could use 2 different colors and create some kind of shadow. So I will still do probably the main word with I'll layer 2 or 3 pieces of cardstock, and then I'll add either a third or a fourth one and slide it a little bit towards either the right or the left. And then that way you still get that thicker piece for your title, but it also has a shadow looking really cute. That is, you can see, pretty thick. And then that is done. I'm setting aside that fourth piece that I did not use. Bringing that back. Now the photo is a I believe 3.5 by 3.5 or 4 by 4. Then I am fussy cutting. I did fussy cut some hearts to embellish and to add around my title. And I did have one of those pocket how do you call those? It's not like a journal bit, but it's one of those pieces that come as a pocket, like a pocket card. And then I brought in a couple of journal cards from a different collection to add my hidden journaling. So that journaling is going to be inside the pocket, and the have the photo, adding my title, and then fussy cutting, and now using this hard punch to get some smaller hearts. Those hearts though are from the party dress cardstock. And now it's just a matter of arranging those hearts and arranging the strawberries to make it look fun and cute. And I am using a mix of liquid glue and foam adhesive, mostly liquid glue, but liquid glue only around the center of the pieces to see. So some of them do have foam adhesive just to play with the depth of that and to, create the very realistic, very realistic look. We're almost ready. Then the final touch is to add some gold enamel dots just to fill in the extra space that's there. One more, I believe, maybe one more. And that would be it. We are almost done. Yes, and these are the tabs that I had. So I believe they're not red. I think I said they were red, but they are. So I have one red with the rocking red cardstock, and then the other one is using the party dress. Because I had two different tab designs that I die cut for a different project with each one of the colors, and then I used only one for each of those. So I'm using the leftovers here. Making sure it's all adhered and then it's going to stay in place. Same here, just using liquid glue for this step. All right. This is pretty different from what I would normally make, but it's a page that makes me so, so happy. So I think let's go ahead and add either one or two of the leftover hearts that I have. That would just work out. So there's that. And then I am missing, I'm not sure that I recorded that part of the process. But then there is one, the original design for the gumball machine does have a tiny heart that shows at the bottom as if the one that you just got from the machine. So I'm not sure that that is showing. Yes, so that is the one. We'll add just a little bit. We will add a little bit of liquid glue and slide it under that piece. And now it is perfect. So as I said, the last thing I added was a few trios of enamel dots on the right, the left, and the top of the page. I did write my journaling using a fine line pen. The ones that I use are from Tombow, the mono drawing pen. And yeah, that was the page. Let me know if you guys are already using the cardstock, if you are getting it. What are you planning on making? Please let me know if you have any questions as well. All of the products that I used to put this project together are linked in the comment box below. And yep, this was Andrea Lake. I will see you next time. Bye bye.